Jurassic Godzilla 2000 here with, I think, my very first Godzilla review. Surprisingly. This is a review of the Bandai movie monster series, Godzilla 2004. So this is based on how he appeared in the 2004 film, Godzilla Final Wars, which is actually my personal favorite Godzilla movie. I don't know why, but I've always loved this one. And this was my very first 6-inch scale Godzilla figure. That's right. My very first 6-inch scale Godzilla. He's been a part of my collection for around 10 or 11 years now. So, sorry if you're unhappy about the lack of paint on his claws and spines. Because, yeah, I played with him a lot when I was little. So let's get straight into his detail, because he doesn't have any packaging, and the only thing he came with was a tag, which I do not have anymore, because like I said, I got this thing like 10 years ago, so who knows where that is. Alright, now getting in close on the head here. This will focus. Just a second there. There we go. He's got the nice little details in his face. Brighten this up a little bit so you can see a little bit better. There we are. Just like the suit used in Final Wars, the final Goji suit. There's nice orange eyes. Teeth. Here we go, we got some missing paint. Because I love this thing. When I was younger. Got a nice red tongue there. Love the way he looks from the front. He looks absolutely menacing. And that is awesome. I love that. Spines there. The other side. Details on the neck. Pretty nice. Got a little band looking thing that the suit had. And this design almost reminds me of a mix between the Kiryu Goji, the Godzilla 2002 through 2003, and the high-side Godzilla, the one from the 90s. And I like this design. This is probably my favorite. If not my favorite, then it's my second favorite. Moving down the chest. Got some nice detail on there. Hands look pretty nice. Got some nice sculpted detail, even in the claws. The hands look a little bland, and then the arms look a little smooth compared to the rest of the body. But I don't mind that too much. The spines, which are a little smaller than most Godzillas. But they look nice. They got that nice frosty color, like every Godzilla has. They go all the way down the tail. So, down the legs. Got Final Wars Godzilla's very cut legs, very muscular. It's not very thunder thigh-y like the high-side Godzilla, but that's because this one is more speedy than most. Feet. Again, can't really see it because there's paint missing from the toes, but you do get some sculpted detail on them there. You can kind of see it. Now, tails and segments. All the way down the tail tip, and just about all the spines are painted. It ends right about here. So that's nice. I think my favorite part about this Godzilla is the face. He just looks so menacing. I love it. So overall, The sculpt and paint job on this figure is pretty good for a Bandai vinyl. Alright, now Godzilla doesn't come with any accessories because he's a Bandai vinyl. So let's move straight on to Articulation. And like I said, he's a Bandai vinyl figure, so the articulation isn't that spectacular. You just have a 360, the neck there, the arms, move that far back, that far forward, so you can kind of hands in, the hands out, whatever you want. Then the legs moving an almost 360, but the arms do get in the way. And that is about it. There's no twist at the tail like the Bandai Creation version has, which I never got the Bandai Creation version because when I was really little, this is before I knew about the difference between Bandai Japan and Bandai Creation. I thought I was buying the Bandai Creation one that I saw in Toys R Us. I like Toys R Us. And then I found out that there was 2 of them. And this one, after watching reviews of both and seeing both in person, I think this one's better just because it looks better. But the Bandai Creation one does have an added articulation point in the tail that this one does not have. Alright, now let's move on to size comparisons. Just how big is Godzilla here? Now, he is in a 6-inch scale, so he'll pretty much go with just about any Godzilla figures they have that are in the 6-inch scale. Here's Godzilla next to 2 more Final Wars monsters. We have the Final Wars Rodan and the Final Wars Anguirus. And here we have 2 more monsters that showed up in Final Wars. We have King Caesar and Manila. Here is Godzilla next to 2 more figures that you might have in your collection because they're relatively new. We have the Bandai Movie Monster Series Godzilla 2000, and we have the Mechagodzilla from Tokyo SOS. And for some figures to give you an idea, some figures they might have to give you an idea of how big Godzilla is. Here we have the Marvel Legends First 10 Years Iron Man from the Avengers, and the Marvel Legends First 10 Years Captain America from Captain America Civil War. And here's Godzilla next to some 7-inch scale figures with the NECA Terminator 2 T-800, the NECA Grid Alien, and the NECA Predator from The Predator. And here we have Godzilla next to some Jurassic World figures that we have. We have the Action Attack Stegosaurus, the Roar Allosaurus, and the Dual Attack Parasaurolophus. Now for my final thoughts on this figure. Overall, it's pretty awesome. For Bandai vinyl, this is one of their best. I do recommend that you pick this one up if you can find it for a decent price. Because lately, I've seen this one go up to around like $50. So if you're willing to pay that much for a simple vinyl figure, then I actually say go for it. But if you're not, then I wait till you either find one for around like $20 or they re-release it. But overall, if I had to give them a rating, I think I'd give them more like a 9 out of 10. Pretty solid. Especially for a $20 figure, one that was originally $20 at least. And an awesome Godzilla design, if you ask me. Like I said, it's most likely my favorite. So, next review's coming out. I'll try and get some more Godzilla reviews out. But I also want to see if I can get some more Marvel Legends figures out of the way. So, stay tuned for some of that. Alright, well, like, comment, and subscribe. And see you guys next time. Bye-bye.